One of the things that that I'm often surprised to hear people say when we talk about our service and ultimately the results that we're going to produce for them is how affordable it is. And we realize with the type of businesses that we're working with, it has to be affordable. And there really is no affordable service of this nature anywhere around that we've seen that truly produces these results. It's affordable not only because the businesses we're working with can put it into their budget, but it's mostly affordable because there's a return of investment. And we like to even get off the idea that this is an expense, because it really isn't. You know, most of the time when I present what we do, people come face to face with and have literally experienced 10 times an ROI or more. You know, they've invested in their business in a way that shortens that growth curve, that curve of how do we get from point A to point B. And it translates into hard dollars in the business. And it's not unusual for companies to get 10, 20 times the return of investment through our service. Not very many people can make that kind of claim, that they'll invest dollar A and in a year or two they get 10 or 20 times back. Now where that shows up, it might be in the top line, it might be in the bottom line, it might be a combination of things. And those are just the quantitative benefit. There's the qualitative benefits, like the clients that are working 80 hours a week down to 10 hours a week because they choose to. It's because it's the businesses that don't nearly have the amount of frustrations and problems diminished down to a level where people are working more unified and more collaboratively in the business. So it's really a value proposition. You know, if I went to someone and say, how much would you invest in the stock market if I said you could get back 10 or 20 times return? People would be throwing money at you. So it really is affordable from that perspective, plus a great value. As I ask people this question, how much would you pay an employee that you knew that you had absolutely doubt, they had a resume or a dossier of experience that suggested that they've taken 10, 20, 30, 40 companies from a place of frustration, a place of mediocre growth, a place of low profitability, a place of no culture or unhappy employees or inconsistent delivery or business owners working far too many hours and making far too little, whatever the circumstances are, and have proven time and time again that they're able to create an environment where the company is profitable, that it's efficient, that it's able to grow to whatever level that business wants to grow, that the business owner can make choices about when and how they work, that they're making the kind of money that they want to make, that the employees get along, that there's a way of thinking about problems and dealing with problems in a way that's productive. It's not always constantly firefighting. How much would you pay an employee if you absolutely knew that they could do that? 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, $200,000 maybe, if you knew that they could do that for you? And the sad thing is there aren't anybody. There are very few that have done that. What Level 7 brings to the table is it's like an employee that's done that. We have a systematic, proven way, and it's far less than what you would ever pay an employee to do it. In time, when I'm sitting face to face with a client, and we've determined that there clearly is a gap between where they are and where they want to be, and a point where they begin to recognize that the Level 7 system and the Level 7 process is the path to get there. And the money makes sense. The investment makes sense. But sometimes there's that little part of them that says, is it really going to do what they say? Is it really going to pay off? And all I can say is this, you're going to find out real quick. They're going to find out very quickly as we start moving through this process, and we confirm very quickly. The exciting thing is this, if we determine along the way, or they determine along the way, that this is not going to work, we end it. We don't want anybody walking away saying, hey, I invested money in this and I didn't get the result that I wanted. So if I could say anything to a person that is sitting in front of me that has a little bit of fear in moving forward, or even concern, do I have the money for this? I'd say, you got to try it out. You got to try it out. You know, our job is to minimize the risk, maximize the return.